welcome to day. So here's the dilemma I was having. My OCD can't let me go day 1, day 2, day 3 of my split, and then like day 5 of my split and skip 4. But look, I do 3 days on, rest, 2 days on, rest. So technically, this is day 5 of my split because 4 was a rest, but I'm writing it as day 4 because I don't want to see day 3 and then day 5. You get the point. We're going to dive right into it. We have got shoulders and arms today. Favorite day of the week. And by the way, I never really say anything, but make sure to subscribe and like the video. You don't have to ring the bell. Honestly, I hate having notifications on my phone, so don't do that, but do the rest. Getting right into it, dumbbell shoulder press. Personally, honestly, dude, I think you could build insane shoulders with just this. I truly believe that. Same thing goes with lateral raises. And that's pretty much why those are the 2 exercises I do for shoulders. But yeah, first set here, we got 80s for 8, which I was pretty happy about. My shoulders felt great. But as you will see, today I lifted with my buddy Tyson, and I mean, you're going to see. I think these are 110s. Like, I have never felt so minuscule in my entire life. Like, you'll see what, like, the amount that he presses on dumbbell shoulder press, form this, form that, regardless, dude. I'm telling you, if I tried to even kick up the weight, my shoulder would disintegrate. Like, my body would just disappear. Like, it's messed up, man. I've never even touched the amount or the dumbbells that he's shoulder pressing, which is just absurd. But again, it is what it is. Like I've always said, I don't care about how much I can lift. I care about how much I look like I can lift. So it is what it is. 85s for 7 here, which again, for me, is the most I've done. I mean, probably like since the last time I bulked in 2022, 2021, whenever that was. Pretty good set here. One thing about dumbbell shoulder press is, for me, you can kind of tell in the video, I go like the bench tiny bit back. If I go straight up 90-degree bench, it like really messes with my shoulders. And 2, if anything, I just feel like it makes it even harder to get my elbows a little bit out in front of me. Like, it's almost like I'm stuck having to be right here. But again, as you can see right here, I legit was like, oh, you need a spot for these, like, or a lift, and these are 130s. And nope. Like, I legit, when I tried to incline dumbbell press 120s, probably like 2 months ago, I have a video. I kicked them onto my chest and they immediately dropped because my wrist just like legit folded. So yeah, it's pretty insane to witness. On to third set and final set. 85s here again for 5. I will say my left shoulder has been feeling exceptional, like, knock on wood, but it's a miracle how when you actually start warming up properly and like on your rest days and in your free time, stretching, doing mobility work, strengthening your rotator cuff, you'll actually like feel better in the gym. Who would have thought that taking care of your body would make you feel better? Then we went into some cable lateral raises, and you'll see after this first set, I switched to going back to single arm. I really am just not a huge fan of doing both arms at the same time with a lot of movements, at least when it comes to like the smaller movements. It just feels a lot easier for me to focus on like my form, my tempo, mind muscle connection, everything when I just go one arm at a time. First set, I definitely did not nearly enough weight. I wasn't sure how much I was going to be able to do. So I think I did like 15 reps here. But again, we're only doing, I don't think I actually counted this as a working set. After this, I do 2 sets single arm of that 5 to 8 rep range. Tell you, man, these 12-minute videos of just like 12 minutes straight of yapping catches up to you, man. But yeah, so back onto single arm now. Again, I just feel like that alone, when I watch it back, immediately my form is better. Obviously, this is like the end of a set, so my form, like, or it looks like I only did 2 reps. But for me to do the single arm like this, I just feel like it's a lot easier, a lot more helpful and beneficial. One thing I will say is you can kind of see in these reps, but it's a little bit harder. My way of thinking about lateral raises is like I'm trying to reach my hands to the outsides of the room, right? Like literally reaching as far as you can. And you can have like a little bit of a hip hinge too. That way the weight isn't like resting on your body. Instead, it's just like resting in that free space down there. So that's just like, again, because a lot of people just seem to go like straight out to the side or like crazy elbow bend. And that's just the main thought that worked for me in terms of keeping my form correct, is like reaching to the outsides of the room. So again, just 2 working sets here of the 5 to 8 reps, single arm lateral raises. You could obviously use dumbbells if you didn't have cables. But yeah, let's see how much we got after this. I will say, dude, like sometimes my sets, even if I only do like 8 reps, sometimes my form or the tempo is legit so slow that it's like minutes long just of lateral raises. Or like my hack squats the other day, the one set was like 2.5 minutes. But anyways, on to my all-time favorite tricep movement, cable cross pushdowns. You guys saw, if you watched the chest and triceps video, I absolutely love this movement, dude. You'll see right here, like my hand actually kind of slips. I almost just said a really sus thing, but I kind of caught it before it happened. Yeah, so tricep cross pushdowns, I love these. I just think they're like honestly the best movement you can do for your triceps. Because again, when you use like a straight bar or rope, for me at least, and I mean people in general, you're just gonna get stuck here and have to like internally rotate your shoulders, or the straight bar, you get stuck like right at your legs. These allow you to go like all the way past. 2 sets here of just that same 5 to 8 reps. First set we get 7, second set we get 6. Again, if you have it in you, rep out some partials. I also will say too, like my traps are non-existent. Like truly, when I'm lean, it's basically just a flat line from my shoulders like through my neck. There's just nothing here. But the first time I filmed this movement like from the back like this, I was like, yo, it actually looks like I have traps. Like I look pretty sick here, which is rare. I rarely am like, I look sick. So that's just like another kind of pro about this movement, is it just makes you look kind of sick, or at least your traps, you know? I'll tell you what though, dude, I'm fired up right now. I'm probably going to the gym in like half an hour to hit some back. It's a beautiful day outside, and we're gonna get after it. Absolutely get after it. But moving on to, again, same tricep exercises as the chest and triceps video, the Katana Extensions. Only 1 set here. Again, I really think a lot of people overcomplicate like how much they need to do in their lift, right? Like this is a total of 6 exercises total for the, yeah, wow. 6 exercises total for shoulders and arms. And we only do 3 sets of the dumbbell shoulder press, and that is it. Everything else is 2 sets. Matter of fact, the overhand curl right here is literally 1 set. For this one, I like to wrap my thumb over the bar, not under it. Because again, like for me, I feel like my forearms aren't the best. So it just kind of brings like even a little bit more forearm and grip strength and like brachialis into the movement. But again, you'll see it is definitely harder to grip it. Like my hands kind of slip off it, especially if your hands get sweaty. But again, 1 set here to failure of that. Let's see. Yeah, 5 to like 8 reps. I get 8 reps here total. And then just kind of for the heck of it, I switched to a normal grip. Because again, it felt like it wasn't even necessarily my biceps that fatigued right there. A lot of it was just my grip. So just 1 set here. Again, I think for this, you definitely could do 2 sets. And I feel like watching that set back, I didn't push myself to failure as much as I could have if I was able to keep doing reps of those, of like the underhand grip. You know, I should have got to the point of failing where I couldn't do any of those. But anyways, yeah, that was just a quick little flex. Tyson and I, he weighs like 215, which is crazy because he's probably, like, we're around the same height. He's probably like 5'9"-ish. I'm like 5'10", and he literally weighs 30 more pounds than me, which is crazy. Like, absolutely. And he's leaner than me. It's pretty insane. But anyways, you guys have seen these before. Incline cable curls or drag curls. Probably my all-time favorite bicep curl. Basically just think about keeping your elbow locked on that side, making sure that when you do the curl, you're not like rotating up like this. Instead, it's just locked here and you're just dragging that hand up. Again, you'll see obviously my elbow will move like a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I'm trying to keep it as stationary as I can and just flexing my bicep as hard as I can. Bottom of the rep going all the way down, making sure to get a full stretch. And at the top too, you can also like get to the contraction and turn your hand like this just a little bit. I mean, you can even like see it. Let's see if I can, like if you just turn your your pinky out like that a little bit more, it'll contract your bicep even more. So again, just a little pro tip, like at the top of the movement to get to here and just try and curl that pinky a tiny bit. Same thing, you can do that on like incline dumbbell curls or curls in general. Only 2 sets here, obviously on each arm, in that 5 to 8 rep range. I think one thing for me was I used to never really go that heavy on arms. Like, I felt like I would never try to like progressive overload on curls and things the way that I would with like squats or like incline dumbbell press, like big heavy compound movements like that. And once you start really focusing and treating like your arms the way you do like your legs, like heavy, bro, like to the point where your body is shaking, and you do like as low as 5 reps. Once you start doing that and then you start progressing week to week, like in weight or your form or your tempo or whatever it is, however you want to progressive overload, the amount of growth that I've seen from training my arms like heavy and actually to true failure has been insane. Obviously, who would have thought that you would see more growth when you start actually training properly? Who would have thought? Not me. But anyways, that is my favorite day of the week. Shoulders and arms, day 5. You guys see it as day 4 because of my OCD. But yeah, I stay tuned for day 6. Wait, nah. Well, stay tuned for my day 6, but you'll see it as day 5, which is gonna be hamstrings, and it's brutal, dude. Like tomorrow's video, or no, Wednesday's video is pretty gnarly. My hamstring focused leg day, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe. If you like the video, like the video. If you didn't, that's fine. You know, it's not that big a deal. The very least you can do is have a good day. Take care now. Bye-bye then.